Hi there. It's February 1st and time for a new version of Proverbs. Start with Proverbs 1. Now, this month we're using the New American Standard, the 1995 version. That's important. They changed it after 2000 and actually stopped printing the older version because it was just called woke, okay? And they took out the gender, okay? And in some places even made God gender neutral, which is not the way you want your Bible to be. So you want to use an older Bible. And we're also using the 1599 Geneva Bible, the original one brought over by our forefathers, okay, which is also a Bible that King James himself outlawed. Okay. So let's begin. Now we know the first 9 chapters are just prep, okay, prepping for what wisdom is, how important it is, okay. So, we'll begin. Proverbs 1, the usefulness of Proverbs. Okay. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to discern the sayings and of understanding, to receive instruction in wise behavior, righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the naive, to the young, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase in learning. A man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. To understand a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Okay, I always highlight that. The beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Lord. That's following the Lord, always wanting to please the Lord. Okay? That's fear of the Lord. You know, respecting his awesomeness and the fact that he created everything. Okay. Enticement of sinners. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Indeed, they are graceful. A graceful wreath to your head, and ornaments about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol. Even whole as those who go down to the pit. We will find all kinds of precious wealth. We'll fill our houses with spoil. Throw in your lot with us. Look at this, I note there. In the midst of us. Right? We shall have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Excuse me. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hasten to shed blood. Indeed, it is useless to spread the baited net in the sight of any bird, right? But they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who gains by violence. It takes away the life of its possessors, right? Wisdom warns. Hey, now he will repeat this over and over again, right? Wisdom shouts out in the street. She lifts her voice in the square. At the head of the noisy street, she cries out. At the entrance of the gates in the city, she utters her sayings. How long, O naive ones, will you love being simple-minded? And scoffers delight themselves in scoffing, and fools hate knowledge. Turn to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you. Because I called you, and you refused, I stretched out my hand, and no one paid attention. And you neglected all my counsel, and did not want my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm. Not if, right? When. And your calamity comes like a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you. Then they will call me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. Because they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would not accept my counsel. They spurned all my reproof. So they shall eat the fruit of their own way, and be satiated with their own devices. For the waywardness of the naive will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But he who listens to me shall live securely, and will be at ease from the dread of evil. There you go. All right? Talking. Be prepared. All right? Wisdom. There's not a lot to highlight in here. Okay? Even in the old ones. Right? Stay away from bad people. You got to drill this into your kids, okay? When they're young, okay? When they're very young. And it'll talk about that all over Proverbs, too. Disciplining our kids while they are young. Well, right. So, like I said, this is just the beginning. Just a taste like reading the table of contents, right? So, we did highlight this. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. And we're going to open another Bible gateway here. And we are going to go to James. You can find the book of James, chapter 1, okay? Verse 5. This section right here. Okay? How do you get wisdom? Okay? It's simple and hard at the same time. And it talks about endurance before that. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing the testing of faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Right? Here you go. Important part. But if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. All right? How do you get wisdom? You ask God for it, okay? That's what Solomon did. God offered him anything he wanted, and he said, I would like wisdom. And with wisdom came everything else. Okay? So if you want wisdom, ask God for wisdom, right? And he will give you wisdom without reproach. Okay? But there's a caveat, okay? He must ask in faith without any doubting, okay? For the one who doubts is like the surf on the surf of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For that man ought not to expect that he will receive anything from the Lord, being a double-minded man, unstable in his ways. Right? Doubting, hesitating, okay? You can't ask the Lord for wisdom and say, I hope I will get wisdom, okay? Hope has doubt in it. You have to have faith and know absolutely 100%. I ask for wisdom, he will give me wisdom. I have faith that he will do that. Do not doubt at all, okay? That's a key verse, and, it's way over in James, okay? Fear of the Lord, following, respecting, is the beginning of knowledge, right? And fools despise wisdom and instruction. So there's our table of contents, right? This is our 18th time through Proverbs. And we've used this once before, so the New American Standard. And I used this Bible for many years. Okay, it came out in 1982, and I ran out and bought the first copy of it. Okay. And it was a great Bible for many years. I mean, the NIV came out after that and kind of overshadowed it, but the NASB has always been a good Bible. Okay, if you stick with the old ones. So stick with the old ones, okay? Even on this Bible Gateway program, there is an older version. There is the newer version that, it says my child, and it just changes things, okay? Things that ought not be changed, right? And they did it for a reason that, we're not going to talk about that now, but you want to use the old Bibles, okay? There are a few new Bibles, okay, that we'll talk about at some point. They're honest, okay, but by and large, many of them, especially the NIV and the New American Standard, they have changed it. They have changed passages and changed words and taken out and put in new. So use the old ones, okay? So there you have it. That's Proverbs 1. We're beginning a brand new month and a brand new session through Proverbs. And we'll get through the whole thing again. We'll have to double up some because there's only 28 days in this month. And there's 3 extra Proverbs, and we will double up near the end. So, but there you go. Start a new month. Stick around for the whole thing. Give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll continue. See ya.